With any new engagement, we usually begin with a discovery phase. The discovery phase is a key phase that sets the course of how the rest of the project is going to follow through. I'd like to talk about today how we went about with the discovery phase for one of our clients. It was an interesting project where extensive research was required as part of their discovery. The client was a joint venture between a Government of India undertaking and a Switzerland-based company who were looking to set up their e-commerce portal to sell bullion products, products such as cast bars, ingots, and coins of precious metals. They already had a B2B model in place and were looking at reaching out to the B2C market. There were two challenges that we faced here. First, the fact that the online bullion market is fairly new, at least in India, and being early players, clearly they wanted to be pioneers in this space. Secondly, bullion products cannot be dealt with the same way as we would other commodities, such as apparel or electronics. They need to be packaged differently. So on one hand, we did have an early mover advantage, but on the other hand, it also meant that when it came to online research or data, we really didn't have much to go with, which is why the discovery phase was quite critical for this particular project. We started off with stakeholder interviews to understand their business, their existing setup, and their requirements. But for us to come up with an overall strategy, we needed to know more. It was important that we understand the market for a commodity such as gold, who the consumers were, what income group or age groups they belonged to, what were their purchase triggers, why and when would they want to buy gold. Now the question was, how do we get this kind of information? So we decided to carry out a dipstick study across 6 cities in India where we approached jewelers and consumers and we talked to them to understand who the buyers were, what were their preferences, and generally what their buying behavior was like. Now this study gave us a lot of insight with respect to understanding the market scenario. It helped us identify the different personas and their appetite for such products. With these personas, we created user journeys and mapped them to key strategic concepts that eventually form the core pillars of this engagement. As a part of the discovery phase, we also carried out a benchmarking exercise where we studied the various portals, the best-in-class portals rather I would say, and post that we worked on a feature recommendation list. Now these were basically key features that we felt were important for the online shop. With that activity, we concluded the discovery phase, and the entire process helped us lay out the vision and the roadmap of how the portal would evolve in the months to follow.